If, like me, you're a long-term fan of a little Irish band called the Dubliners, then you would be saddened when, at the end of 50 years, they decided to call it a day in 2012 after celebrating their 50th anniversary. However, worry ye not, because the Dublin Legends, who have decided to continue and are on tour at this very moment, and we have one of the legends on the other end of the phone. Welcome to the show, Mr. Sean Cannon.
Thank you very much. Glad to be here.
And now, tell us a little bit about the Dublin Legends then, Sean.
Yeah, well, we're all members of the group, but not the originals, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the last of the originals, John Sheehan, decided to retire at the end of 2012.
Yeah.
His last original colleague, Barney McKenna, passed away in April. And what we did was we honoured all our commitments to our promoters abroad and at home, and then John bowed out.
Yeah.
The rest of us, as you say, are continuing on for another while anyway.
And I mean, was it a big decision to sort of continue? Obviously, I mean, the music is something that is part of not just Irish folk history now, but world folk history.
Yes, exactly.
Was it a big decision then to say, right, we're gonna carry on with this?
No, it seemed natural enough. Although John wanted to retire, the rest of us hadn't. This wasn't in our plans, so it was resolved in a way where we carry on. We're the same band but different.
Well, long may that continue. I mean, it is very much now part of the world scene, isn't it? Irish music.
Oh yes, it is phenomenal, really. I was in Zagreb a few years ago on the 17th of March.
Yeah.
Not knowing until the following day, the 18th of March, it was on the front page of the local paper was pictures of the St. Patrick's Day parade.
Yes. Yeah.
In Zagreb, Croatia.
Amazing.
It is.
Yeah.
And it's a big day in Tokyo too.
Yeah.
And for a long time, New York. Well, you would say that's natural enough. There's so many Irish and American.
Yeah.
And New York in particular. You would imagine this would be the case.
Yeah.
But I was in America once during the St. Patrick's Day period, and I think it was in Philadelphia. The band, sat on the back of a low loader with the PA equipment, and we played driven through the streets.
Really.
And we noticed that the people with the green hats, green plastic hats.
Yeah.
There certainly wasn't Irish. They were very Oriental looking gentlemen to me.
Well, it does have a universal appeal, the music, though, doesn't it?
Yes, yeah, that's what it's about. It's the music. It's well liked. I was out last night at a session.
Yes.
At the Skjol Torriere, I live, as you know, in Coventry. And every Tuesday night at the Hersal Inn, there's a session. They teach the young children the various instruments, and then when it's time for the children to leave, the adults have a session and do drinks. And it continues. It continues for the next generation. We'll have it for the youngsters.
Yes, absolutely, and that is part of the Dubliners' appeal, really, isn't it? And it's not just about the music; it's about a celebration of life.
Yes, it's a way of life.
Yeah.
It's music is there for every occasion.
Yes.
And some of the biggest parties are at wakes when someone in the family passes away. There's a mourning period, but you have to drink to his memory, her memory.
Yeah.
And play music all through the night again.
Yes.
Yes. To a few of those sessions as well. And the last one actually was Barney, poor Barney.
Yes. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. What was sad about Barney was that he was wishing to retire.
Yeah.
He'd done 49 years on the road, non-stop, and he was into the 50th, but we had the BBC Lifetime Achievements Award at the Lowry. That
Yes.
was in February. We toured in March, played the Albert Hall included, and early April he was gone. So I felt very sad that although he wanted to see out the 50 years, he also wanted to have a break.
Yeah, yeah.
But this was denied him, as it were.
Yes, absolutely.
He had a good life, I'll tell you that.
Well.
There for 30 years, I've seen what it was like.
Yes.
It must have been a right party before I joined. They were really young men.
Yes.
I heard stories.
Yes, now.
Because we were on the crest of a wave on the Ed Sullivan Show, America, Canada,
Yeah.
Australia, New Zealand. It was a great, great achievement.
Yes.
In 1967, I remember watching black and white TV and seeing the Dubliners on top of the pops. Seven Drunken Nights.
Seven Drunken Nights,
It was
yeah.
actually that was a catalyst for how the Dubliners became an international band,
Yes.
as well as on the British folk scene or the Irish folk scene. Because of the hit, and they moved to the continent, and then other bands did, and that's it. It's history.
Yes, yeah. But of course, it's still it is history. But of course, with the Dublin Legends, that history is still here, and you're still making history, aren't you? Because of course, there was the you had a hugely successful appearance at the Hootenanny on New Year's Eve.
Oh yeah, that was some party.
Yes.
It was, and I dropped my guard there, and I went for the Hootenanny champagne. I regretted it the following day. But nevertheless, I think I had a good time.
If you can't remember it, you must have done.
There are some blank spaces there. I took some videos with my iPhone.
Yeah.
And I wasn't the best of cameraman. A lot of the images are upside down. We tried to correct them to go upside down again.
Yeah.
I held the camera wrong, obviously.
Yes. Yeah.
But I've kept them. It was a right good do.
Excellent. Well, it was something. It was an absolute delight to see you, and you were so obviously enjoying yourselves as well.
Oh, yes.
And that is part of the sort of tradition as well, isn't it?
Yes. Yes. There's a lot of adversity in the world,
Yeah.
and it's nice to be able to inject a little bit of levity in here and there, and a bit of entertainment and enjoyment.
Yes.
That's what I think. I think it's a profession that I'm glad to be in. I'm glad to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Be able to take part in all that.
Well, we're glad you're in it as well, because of course you've given us some great music over the years, and this tour now, it's the start of quite a busy year for the Dublin Legends, is it not?
Yeah, it's relatively busy. Yes,
Yeah.
We're doing a few of the what I would call the routine tours. I've done them with the group for 30 years. They were doing it for, let's see, since 72.
Yeah.
Touring Germany with the same promoter.
Right.
He's in his 70s now. He's, I think, 75. So we were one of the first people he took on board.
Yeah.
When he was a young man, and he expanded, and he's got a whole roster of people on his books in Germany. I don't know the full extent of it. It's not just the Dubliners and folk music, but very famous rock and roll artists, river dance type of shows,
Yes.
and shows in the German language, and shows that we wouldn't even know about.
Yeah. Absolutely. So, is there any plans to get into the recording studio then, Sean?
It was mentioned we might do that, yeah.
Yeah.
But that is always it's a big job.
Yes.
To gather the material you think you want to record and then go in and do it.
Yeah.
It's finding time. It's a long process.
Yes. Yeah.
But I think we ought to do it. We we ought to do an album which shows the latest format,
Yes.
as it were, and it's something for our aficionados to
Absolutely. Yes.
add to their collections.
Yeah. Yeah.
It would be nice to do that.
It would be lovely to do that. Yeah, I've already got my name down for my Christmas presents. Then, Sean.
We were to work on it then.
Sean, it's been an absolute delight to chat with you. Now, you say to the rest of the guys that we love you all dearly, and we're so pleased that the Dublin Legends are on tour. We're looking forward to seeing you in our neck of the woods at Malvern on the 13th and at Birmingham Town Hall on the 15th.
I was actually in Birmingham Town on Saturday night.
Oh, right.
The McHipkiss Memorial.
Ah, yes, yeah.
Rosie Maggie and all the people. Yeah, that was a right good do too. All that Saturday.
Yeah.
So we'll be back there on the 15th.
Yes.
Look forward to that.
Excellent. No more than we will do. And we wish the Dublin Legends all the very best for the rest of 2013.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much, Sean.
Yeah.